Alright guys, so this is the 2023 Subaru Forester. It comes with projector LED headlights and LED fog lights. It also has this cool front grille that has these silver trimmings. Kind of gives it like an executive look from the front. And you know, if an executive were to drive it, or a CEO, it wouldn't look out of place. So these are the LED headlights, projector lights, and LED fog lights with the trimmings. Now this Forester doesn't have eyesight, but it does have a rain sensor, which is right here above the rear view mirror, and I'm guessing that's because it's a base spec model. This Forester sits on 225/15 R18 tires, which wraps around these really stylish rims. Now we're gonna take a look at the rear of the Forester. So we're gonna take a look at the spoiler and the shark fin antenna and the roof rails, as you can see. And then you have the baby brother Crosstrek in mid and high trim. You can clearly see that there's a big size difference between the two. We have the Subaru signature brake lights at the back, or the Forester brake lights, and you have these fog lights, which basically straddle this interesting looking bumper trim. There's the other fog light, really good for, you know, fog, or you're going through a lot of heavy downpour. Turn it on, easier for people to see you. Let's see what's in the trunk though. One push of a button, automated. Trunk flies right up. So it's significantly bigger and is more ideal for bigger families. Now these are your storage hooks. Right, you have the storage hooks, and this button right here folds down the seats. Kind of does a Houdini act. So let's get to it. Let me show you what's going to happen. 1, 2, boom. It flows down like that. So it's a quick release mechanism. And 1, 2, there we go. Quick release. Makes things easier. It's not necessary, but I like it. It just bam, flaps down like that. Now this is your tonneau cover. Makes it easier to hide your valuables, but this is to give you a view of how much space you're working with if you were to purchase a Subaru Forester. This is your Harman Kardon speaker. And then this is something of an additional space saver. I don't know what it is, but I'm assuming it helps with sound deadening. Now this is your spare tire. It's not a full size spare, and all the things you need to change your tire should you have a puncture. But let's fold the rear seats back up. Let me show you how easy it is to fold them back up. It's really simple. Bam, and just put it into place with that little slot that you saw sticking out. You just click it into place and that's it. Your seat is back into place. As long as you hear the click, the seat isn't going anywhere. Now the right side gave me a bit of trouble. I don't know why. I guess I was trying to match it up with the alignment of the seats that were already put up. It took me a while to get it there. And I guess I was afraid of breaking a showroom car as well. So same process. You're going to see where I pull it out. There we go. Let's close the trunk. Don't be a noob like me. I pressed the lock button expecting it to close immediately. The lock button is really for when you have when you want to lock all the doors and close the trunk at the same time, so the whole car gets locked. You're not going back in the car. Whereas the button that you have with the door open, or the gate open, or trunk open, that just closes the trunk. But let's get to steering wheel controls. Answer calls as well as voice command and calls. Info for the small screen above the infotainment. There you go. Hopefully you get an idea of where that screen is. So just volume up and down for your infotainment. Now this is essentially sport mode and essentially your economy mode. Cruise control. And this actually shows you information in your gauge cluster. Your shift down and your shift up. Let's get to some more buttons. Instrument cluster dimmer light, memory for your trunk, steering responsive headlights, open or close your trunk, traction control off. yeah, AC is quite tactile, straightforward. Your hazard lights, volume buttons for your infotainment system, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Let's get to your X mode. You have snow and dirt, deep snow, deep mud, and normal. See, normal all-wheel drive setting. Your AVH, put a description for that. See, electronic park brake or handbrake. Your cup holders, these little rubber things to help keep your drink solid. So you have this armrest here. You flip it up and you have this thing that you can put coins in or anything that can fit in that space with some effort. Pull it out and it will reveal storage space that is big enough for bottles, tablets, things you want to keep out of sight. And you even have a 12-volt charging port, so it's very useful. You charge something while you're driving, you stuff it in there. Let's put this back. Snaps back into place easily. Fold it back down and there's your armrest again. So this is for your sunroof. So this is how you slide it forward, slide it backward. That's the control for it. And then you have this cover, which I really like, because if it's a really sunny day, you don't want that extra light coming in. You just pull it forwards and you get all that extra sun out your eyes. It's a massive amount of space. And you just pull it forward to close it. You have your Harman Kardon speakers giving you lovely sounds. I can't turn them on because, you know, copyright. And then this is your seat memory buttons for if you have two drivers. Driver 1, driver 2, you set it. But let's go to the seats now, the seat controls. So this elevates the seat. This reclines the seat. And then you have another button that moves the seat forward. So there's no metal under the seat that you pull up to move the seat forward. You push the button forward and the seat starts to go forward, as you can see. Yeah, don't be a noob like me. This is electronic and it's 8-way control. So you guys know I do this thing when we're at the steering wheel. I tell you about the car's safety capabilities. So if you go on ANCAP, which I'm going to leave a link in the description as I normally do, your adult occupant protection is at 94%. Your child occupant protection is at 86%. Your vulnerable road user protection, if you get the model with the eyesight, is at 80%. And safety assist, again, if you get the model with eyesight, is at 78%. So let's see what's in the back, guys. Alright, so you have this side sill. It's basically like an inside, side step, which is pretty cool. You have these deep storage bins. Let's take a feel for the seats. So I'm 5'9", on a good day 5'10", and I have loads of space back here, as you can see. Now you have these rear AC vents, which is really important for these cars of this size and especially in this country. And you have these two USB ports. Just pull it out, flip it up, and you have access to both those ports. Now these seats rather are baby friendly. These seats are baby friendly. You pull this down, you no longer have space for a fifth person, but you have cup holders and a really nice armrest. Pull this back up and you can see that there's a whole heap of visibility out the back. It's massive. It's not a car that's hard to drive. So much space around the back. Maybe roof lights, the side panels, the quarter panels that add to your visibility, and you have your seatbelt hook in the middle for your middle passenger. The seats also feel comfortable. They hold my body nicely, and I don't feel like I'm doing posture training. When you sit back in it, it just feels comfortable. If that glove box is damped, so we open the door, you see your window operator and deep door bins as well. Standard for the Subaru. Moment of truth. Glove box is damped, and that's your KIG license plate holder. Let's see what's under the bonnet. So we're gonna go around to where your bonnet opener is. Some of you guys call it hood for some strange reason. So this is where it is. Pop it. or pull it. Bonnet's now open, and it's gonna expose Subaru's legendary boxer engine. The clip is under the Subaru sign. You can see I'm fiddling for it. Bam. And this is Subaru's 2-liter, 115 kilowatt, 196 Newton meter of torque boxer engine, and it's mated to Subaru's lineartronic transmission and its all-wheel drive system. And so these are the keys to Subaru Forester. Gonna turn on the ignition so you guys can see what the infotainment system is like. Kind of give you a brief walkthrough. So I turn down the volume because I mean you guys can't hear it, but at least you can see how the volume controls work with the infotainment system. Screen is fairly easy to use. No, not fairly, it is easy to use. Very simple. You have that third screen that gives you all your vehicle information, fuel economy, the angle of your vehicle, a whole host of stuff. I'm going to turn this on so you can see how it starts up, and it looks so cool. You can see there's more information on the screen. And as usual guys, thanks again for sticking with me through another video. I'm sorry I took so long to upload this video, but thanks again for watching. Please leave your comments down below. Don't forget to like the video if you found it helpful. Share the video, that helps me. And subscribe if you haven't already subscribed if you found the information useful. Have a good one.